Hey, I'm Lucas Kwiatkowski, founder of Nomads, hands-on advanced PPC. And unfortunately, lately, we've been bringing back a lot of clients who have gone to other agencies because they were promised more growth and aggressive spending. And it's very simple. This is what's happening. We took back an account that had signed on with someone else because they were doing full service, they were doing everything, and also handling the PPC. And this is a very healthy established account. Last month, where the other agency was still handling it, was 364K in total sales at 29% TACoS. We took this on in the middle of the month, and this month to date, we're at 350K at 21% TACoS. We dropped it by 8% in a matter of days. I understand that sales dropped, but last week we were already at 18% TACoS and sales are healthy. Why? Because we are realistic and reasonable. So the last thing, and a lot of people are coming to us and say, we want to keep trying new stuff and pushing more and pushing harder. And we're always here to adapt and try new strategies. But this is the last thing that we want to do. Okay? So we don't want to go and double down spend and get a very small incremental change in sales for a 10% jump in TACoS, because that's not the way that you grow. You grow smart and you pick your time when you grow. So I want to dive in a few very simple things that we did for an account and that we've done for a lot of accounts like this that have gone to another agency, signed on for a 3-month contract, lost hundreds of thousands of dollars, and now they're back to us because we are smart and calculated about our changes. So I'm going to pull up Seller Central here in a second and show you the real numbers, but we cut spend in 2 days. So you don't have to go through and if you're overspending, you don't have to take months or weeks to do all of this stuff. We made very simple changes, and now we're diving in, going step by step and growing smartly on this account that's very established, that does not need a 20% TACoS. We set hard budgets. Even the client came to me and said, hey, we haven't quite signed on with you guys, we're overspending it. And I said, hey, set an account budget. If you're spending $3,000 a day, set an account budget to $2,000. I guarantee it's not going to hurt you that much, and it'll save you $7,000 in a week until we can come on and look at it, right? We paused campaigns. We paused new auto campaigns that were made on this established account where they should be making videos and ASIN targeting and exact match. We just paused campaigns. We paused ASIN. There was a lot of catch-all ad groups where they have about 5 or 6 similar ASIN. We paused 2 of them that were new products that were overspending, stealing impressions away from the best sellers, and we just stopped spending on them until we can dive in and go a little deeper on them. We looked at seasonality. This is not a Q4 brand. So that's what kills me too, is a lot of times agencies will tell you, yeah, we're going to push 12 months out of the year for your product. We're going to keep spend the same level all 12 months, and that's how clients lose so much money. This is a summer product. So that's why in the summer, the agency ramped up spending to over 100K a month. They had one good month, and then they never dialed it down. This product is not going to sell in the winter. It's just not. So why are we going to keep spending if it's not going to convert them? Communication. That's the biggest thing that clients come to us and say, hey, if things are going good or if things are going bad, just be open with the client and tell them, hey, this is what we're working on. If they're unhappy, try to sense that and reach out and say, okay, we understand things aren't going well right now. This is why we're working on this, right? The last thing we want to do is make drastic changes and have something like that happen. So now I just want to pull up Seller Central and just show you a couple things that we're working on here. So first off, like I said, real numbers. Last month through the 28th, 364K in sales. This month, 350. So we're down 3%, but we've spent $25,000 less on ads. Why? Because we were just overspending. And then if I look at this by date, you can see what happened here, okay? So we came on middle of the month, and there was a dip for 2 days. So these are the 2 days that I said we cut spend in 2 days, and sales, they almost went in half. They were doing 15K a day, and then all of a sudden they jumped down to 8K a day. Totally fine. We told the client we were doing this. We're pausing a lot of stuff. This was also a weekend, so we let it run. But then now already we're getting some sales days of 12 to 13K again. And we're right at about 17 to 18% TACoS. We're at the same amount of sales at the beginning of the month. They were at 28% TACoS. Same amount of sales, 10% lower TACoS. Why? Because these are strong organic listings and you don't need to always spend more to get more sales. Very quickly, jumping into Seller Central or jumping into the Advertising Manager. If we're looking at last 30 days, ACOS is ramping up. That is totally fine. A lot of people still only look at ACOS, right? And they'll say, okay, ACOS here is 50%. And it was also 50% we were spending a lot because that's what these ads convert at. They convert at 50% ACOS. But we're getting the same amount of overall sales with about 2,400 a day in spend as we were getting from 3,800 a day in spend. Okay? So that's why you need to look at the bigger picture. And if your TACoS is ramping up, I guarantee you pausing of some campaigns, pausing some ASIN, setting some hard budgets for a few days just to see what's going to happen, and you will see the world won't end, right? So we had a big dip here. We really lowered spend, and we were like, okay, now let's slowly turn stuff back on. And now, same ACOS, 10% lower TACoS, okay? So, some takeaways from this video. Realize when your product sells. If it's not its high season, be conservative. If you have new campaigns that are overspending and not doing anything for your organic rank, set hard budgets, pause them. If you have catch-all ad groups, check what ASINs are spending. There are probably some that are stealing a lot of the spend and hurting your TACoS. And remember to be patient, grow smart, and grow slowly.